The meaning of 666 in the Bible: mystery, symbolism, and the mark of the beast. The eternal mystery of 666, unveiling the Baal connection. For thousands of years, a single number has sparked controversy, fear, and endless speculation. 666, a number found in the Bible, ancient mythology, and even modern pop culture, has been shrouded in mystery, often linked to evil, power, and the unknown. It has been called the mark of the beast, a symbol many believe is connected to a sinister force waiting to be revealed. But what if 666 is more than just a cursed number? Could it be more than a barcode, a microchip, or a technological imprint, as some conspiracy theories suggest? What if instead, this number holds a forgotten warning, a message hidden in ancient texts, waiting for humanity to rediscover its true meaning? The origins of 666 stretch back to the dawn of civilization, to the temples of Babylon, the power of Rome, and the pages of the Book of Revelation. It has been tied to pagan rituals, hidden codes, and mathematical patterns that continue to baffle scholars and theologians. Is it merely a symbolic figure, a misunderstood prophecy, or something more tangible, a sign of a global system already in place? In today's world, 666 appears everywhere, in movies, financial systems, religious texts, and even corporate branding. Some claim it is a mark of control, subtly influencing modern society. Others believe it represents a shift in spiritual understanding, a choice between truth and deception. But what does the Bible really say about this number, and why has it been feared for so long? At ANO Productions, we are on a mission to uncover the truth behind 666. We will dive deep into history, examine biblical warnings, and explore its connections to the modern world. Could this ancient symbol hold the key to understanding the future? Join us as we embark on a journey through prophecy, history, and the battle between light and darkness. The secrets of 666 may be far more profound than you ever imagined. The truth is waiting. Are you ready to discover it? The origins of 666. Is it linked to the god Baal? The Babylonian story. When the sun became a god. Imagine living in ancient Babylon, a civilization known for its grandeur, power, and deep-rooted spiritual traditions. Every morning, as the sun rises, people bow their heads in reverence. At sunset, they light fires to preserve the divine light, ensuring that darkness does not overpower their world. For the Babylonians, the sun was not just a celestial body, it was a deity, the source of all life and power. They believed the universe revolved around its energy, and thus, they centered their religious system on sun worship. To strengthen this belief, a complex numerical system was developed, designed to reflect the divine structure of the cosmos. One of the most fascinating discoveries in Babylonian numerology is a 6-hex matrix, where each row and column adds up to a highly significant number, 666. A fascinating connection, the hidden number system. This mathematical pattern was not unique to Babylon. Later, the Romans, Egyptians, and even Jewish mystical traditions adopted similar numerical structures, embedding them into their religious practices. For example, in ancient Rome, Saturn, often associated with 666, was worshipped as a powerful deity. In Jewish Kabbalah, numerical values, gematria, were assigned to words revealing deeper spiritual meanings. Some scholars suggest that 666 had significant implications in their mystical interpretations. This raises an important question. Was 666 simply a number, or was it a hidden key to understanding the religious power structure of the ancient world? The worship of Baal and its connection to 666 is one of the most feared and controversial deities in biblical history was Baal. Unlike many gods worshipped in isolated regions, Baal was widely revered across Babylon, Canaan, Phoenicia, and beyond. But Baal was not merely a god of prosperity. He was a god of dominion, control, and often fear. Many ancient kings and priests used Baal worship as a political tool to ensure obedience and submission. According to the Bible, those who abandoned the worship of the true God for Baal faced severe consequences, as this was seen as aligning with a false and corrupt system of power. Is Baal worship still present today? Many researchers argue that the worship of Baal never truly disappeared. Instead, it evolved into different forms, hidden within religious and cultural symbols. If we look at modern religious traditions, we can find remarkable similarities to ancient sun worship and Baal's influence. 1. Sun symbols in religious art. Many traditional depictions of divine figures, including Jesus, saints, and spiritual leaders, feature a circular halo. This resembles ancient solar discs once used to depict sun deities like Baal and Ra, the Egyptian sun god. 2. Circular crosses and sacred geometry. The solar cross, a cross inside a circle, appears in many religious traditions, from ancient Mesopotamia to Christian iconography. Some historians believe this shape originated in Babylonian sun worship and was later incorporated into other faiths. 3. Astrological connections in religious calendars. Many religious holidays coincide with solar events, such as the winter solstice and equinoxes, which were central to Baal and sun worship ceremonies in ancient times. Some scholars argue that Sunday, the day of the sun, being the primary day of worship in Christianity, has connections to ancient solar reverence. Looking at other religions, sun worship across cultures. Babylon was not the only civilization that revered the sun and incorporated numbers into religious systems. Across the world, many cultures shared similar practices. Egypt, the god Ra, depicted with a sun disk, was considered the supreme ruler. Hinduism. The deity Surya is worshipped as the sun god, with many temples aligning with solar cycles. Mesoamerican cultures. The Aztecs and Mayans built entire cities designed to honor the sun's movement. This raises a critical question. If so many cultures incorporated sun worship and numerical symbolism, is it possible that the concept of 666 extends far beyond just a biblical warning? Final thoughts. The power behind 666. Many believe that 666 is not just a number. It is a symbol of spiritual allegiance. Whether in ancient Babylon or modern society, it represents a system that exalts power, control, and human dominion over divine authority. While some may dismiss 666 as an outdated myth or conspiracy, the deeper we dig, the more connections we uncover between ancient sun worship, Baal, and the world's major religious systems. So, is 666 truly an ancient code, hidden within the fabric of civilization? Or is it a warning from the past about a future yet to come? The mystery continues. From Babylon to Rome, when religion and power became one. Rome, the political and religious capital of the ancient world. The city of Rome was not just the center of political power in the ancient world, it was also a religious stronghold. But what many do not realize is that Rome, before becoming the heart of Christianity, was deeply influenced by Babylonian and the pagan traditions. One of the most striking connections between Babylon and Rome is the worship of Saturn. The city of Rome was once called the City of Saturn, and the number of this deity was closely associated with 666. Saturn was considered the god of time, cycles, and power, and his cult was closely tied to the elite ruling class. When Christianity spread through the Roman Empire, many elements of pagan Rome merged with Christian traditions, creating a hybrid religious system that carried traces of Babylonian influence. The symbolism of the papal crown, a Babylonian legacy. The Pope's triple-tiered crown, the tiara, is one of the most debated religious symbols in history. Some researchers believe it originates from the crowns worn by Babylonian high priests, representing their spiritual and political authority over 1. Heaven, 2. Earth. The underworld. Interestingly, historical texts indicate that the title Vicarius Filii Dei, meaning Vicar of the Son of God, was once used to describe the Pope. When converted into Latin numerals, the sum is 666, a connection that many scholars and theologians have pointed out. The Vatican's efforts to unite Christianity today. In modern times, the Vatican has taken major steps toward unifying Christian denominations under its leadership. This effort, known as ecumenism, seeks to reunite all Christian faiths, including Protestant, Orthodox, and Catholic traditions. In recent years, Pope Francis has actively met with leaders of Protestant denominations, urging them to set aside doctrinal differences and work together in a spirit of unity. The Vatican has also reached out to leaders of other world religions, emphasizing interfaith dialogue as a means of promoting global peace. Some critics argue that these efforts mirror the ancient Babylonian strategy, uniting different religious beliefs under a centralized, spiritual authority. A controversial perspective. Is history repeating itself? Throughout history, Babylon was known for uniting different religions under a single spiritual system, allowing multiple gods to be worshipped under a shared structure. Some scholars argue that this is exactly what is happening today, as the Vatican seeks to unite not only Christian denominations, but also different world religions. Is the modern push for religious unity a step toward peace, or is it a reflection of the ancient Babylonian system, where religion and power became inseparable? This is a question that remains open for debate, but one thing is clear: the past has a way of repeating itself. 66 in modern society. Are we following Babylon's plan? The presence of 66 in popular culture. In today's world, the number 66 is everywhere, in movies, technology, politics, and financial systems. But is this just a coincidence, or is there a deeper meaning behind its constant appearance? Hollywood has long used 666 as a symbol of evil and darkness. From classic horror films like The Omen to modern thrillers, the number is often associated with demons, possession, and apocalyptic prophecies. Some argue that Hollywood has sensationalized 666, making it seem like a fictional element rather than a real warning from the Bible. Real-world connection. Many celebrities, music artists, and brands have incorporated 666 into their logos, lyrics, and imagery, often claiming it is just a cool aesthetic. But why would such a number, supposedly so negative, be embraced so widely? Technology and the fear of a digital mark. One of the most debated theories today is whether 666 is linked to modern technology, particularly AI, digital identification, and financial control systems. Some fear that the rise of microchips, biometric scanning, and AI-driven tracking technologies could be connected to the mark of the beast described in the Book of Revelation. Some financial transactions already require facial recognition or biometric verification. Could a future system require an identification mark on the body? AI-powered surveillance is rapidly expanding, allowing governments and corporations to track individuals' movements, purchases, and even thoughts through online behavior. Digital currency, CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, is replacing cash, increasing financial dependency on centralized systems. Some theorists suggest that a future cashless society could restrict buying and selling to those who comply with a global system, similar to what the Book of Revelation describes. Real-world connection. In China, the social credit system determines citizens' privileges based on their behavior and loyalty to the state. Could a similar global system emerge, where only those who follow specific rules can fully participate in society? Political and financial connections to ancient Babylon. Governments and financial institutions frequently use Babylonian symbols and numerology. Some researchers believe that global economic systems have been structured in a way that mirrors the power dynamics of ancient Babylon. The United Nations and other global organizations often reference world unity, similar to the Tower of Babel, a failed attempt to create a single global power. The financial world relies on centralized control, where a few elite organizations manage global wealth and dictate economic policies, a modern version of Babylon's priesthood controlling society through religious and financial means. Political leaders increasingly use terms like New World Order, One World Government, and Global Reset, raising concerns that a single ruling system, much like ancient Babylon, is being established. Real-world connection. Some prominent political and economic leaders have openly discussed a future where nations are governed under a unified global authority. Could this be the fulfillment of the prophecy of a beast system that controls the world? Are we walking into Babylon's trap? Whether through Hollywood, technology, or global politics, the influence of Babylonian ideology and 606 symbolism seems more present than ever. Is the world being conditioned to accept a centralized system of control, just like in ancient Babylon? Are we unknowingly stepping into a future where a select few decide who can buy, sell, and participate in society? As we move forward, the biggest question remains: will we recognize the signs in time, or are we blindly accepting the plans set in motion thousands of years ago? Conclusion. The most important truth about 606. For centuries, 606 has been a number shrouded in mystery, fear, and speculation. But beyond the myths, conspiracies, and Hollywood depictions, this number serves as a powerful reminder, not of superstition, but of a deeper reality: control, religious transformation, and the eternal struggle between deception and truth. Breaking free from fear and superstition. Many people today live in fear of 666, seeing it as a symbol of doom, an inevitable mark of enslavement, or an unavoidable prophecy. Others become trapped in superstitions, obsessing over hidden codes and numerical patterns rather than focusing on the bigger picture. But the truth is far simpler. Faith should not be built on fear. The Bible warns us about deception, not to make us afraid, but to help us stand firm in truth. Jesus himself said, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free." John 8:32. True faith is not about running from a number. It is about standing strong in conviction, rejecting deception, and living in the light of God's word. Choosing truth over deception. In today's modern world, distractions, misinfo, and spiritual confusion are more prevalent than ever. Technology, media, and politics constantly shape how we think, what we fear, and what we believe. But rather than blindly following narratives that promote division and control, we must seek knowledge beyond the surface. Not everything we hear or see is truth. Discern between man-made systems of control and divine truth. Hold on to faith, not superstition, ensuring that our beliefs are grounded in Scripture, not fear-based speculation. The greatest deception of all is not a microchip, a barcode, or a hidden message in world events. It is the distraction from a real relationship with God. A call to faith and awareness. The discussion of 666 is not just about a number. It is about what controls our hearts, minds, and actions. Do we live in fear and confusion, or do we seek wisdom and clarity? Rather than fearing a number, we should focus on strengthening our faith. Rather than looking for hidden symbols, we should open our hearts to God's truth. Rather than being led by fear of control, we should trust in the only one who holds true power. In the end, the mark that truly matters is not a number, but the mark of faith, righteousness, and devotion to God. Final message: seek truth. Do not be deceived by what is simply presented on the surface. We at A&O Productions thank you for your support and for joining us on this journey. We look forward to exploring, learning, and sharing the truth together. God bless you, and may you always walk in light and wisdom. What do you think about the mystery of 666? Do you believe it is just a number, a hidden warning, or something else entirely? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective and discuss this fascinating topic together. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to A&O Productions for more in-depth explorations of truth, faith, and history. May wisdom and light guide you always.